All right, welcome to Survivor, Minnesota. I'm so glad you all agreed to take on this crazy endeavor with me as we experiment and try things out and suffer together. Well, mainly you'll be doing the suffering, I'll be doing the enjoying. And it's going to make memories to share with many other people. All right, let's get started. So, our two tribes will represent two of the major biomes in Minnesota. Oh, and I do want to acknowledge that we're on land that was not originally white people land. Many of us are white people here. This was Ojibwe or Anishinaabe land. And the whole tribal idea is a little weird. And I'm not doing that much to not do it, but just wanted to acknowledge it's a little weird maybe this weekend as you're hungry and figuring out what you want to do with yourself because you're so bored you can just meditate on that. But the two tribe names are Oak and Pine. One of the tribe sites has heavy pine coverage. The other has very little coverage, but it does have one oak tree. So on Tribe Pine, and once I say your name, why don't you grab your bag and then step over to the side here for the Pine tribe. We have Palo. Woo! Java. Ooh.
Woo!
Nathan.
Welcome to the tribe! Woo, yeah!
And Taylor.
Oh, we lined up just right.
Yeah.
On Team Oak, we have everyone else. Yeah. Casey, Dan, and Bonnie, aka my mom. All right, tie these somewhere around your body.
Do this. Oh, I didn't even need my bow.
Ooh, sneak peek.
I think I can do this.
Little sneak peek. That's lovely.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like I'm wearing a tank top. I gotta play into the
I thought you would try to just wear it as your shorts.
Maybe when it's hot tomorrow.
Maybe later.
I mean, in the actual game, the women wear it as their top.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, now that we're in our tribes, let's
Yeah.
have you guys
Bottom
step
to
back
face
this
it.
way,
Yeah.
and you
I'm
guys
not gonna
step
do well
back
on this.
this
Yeah.
way,
What do we
and I will give you your next instruction.
Intimidation.
So, as you know, this is a game where you will be competing physically, mentally, and socially to try to outlast, outwit, and outplay everyone else who's standing here tonight.
0 for 0.
We will be beginning with a challenge, as is appropriate. So, the challenge tonight is a bit of a relay race. Each member of your tribe will have a job to complete. So it's up to you as a tribe to strategically decide who is going to fill each role. This is how it'll work. Oh, want to know what you're playing for?
Yeah!
All right, so whichever tribe wins tonight's challenge, you will be getting a tent to sleep under tonight. And
Oh my gosh.
you also get to start some team bonding with s'mores.
All right.
I'm really excited.
All right, I know you want it, so let me tell you how this challenge will work. So, the first part of the relay is a foot race. So choose whoever is the best runner from your tribe. Everyone is going to start over at that gate. The best runner from each tribe will be sprinting down to the end of the path. At campsite 8, which is the Oak Camp, you will see two bags that look like this. Grab the bag that represents your tribe's color. This has puzzle pieces in it. You will then be sprinting back and handing off your bag of puzzle pieces to the next person. The next job is balancing. So you want to choose someone who's okay with getting a little dizzy and can still keep their balance. Whoever that person is will be getting spun around for 10 seconds by a member of the opposing tribe. And after they're spun around for 10 seconds, they will start either at this end for the Pine tribe or that end for the Oak tribe of where the cement blocks are. So you go to the middle, go back. If you fall off, you go all the way back to the start. Once you go back, that is where the puzzlers are waiting. The puzzlers get the bags, race to the two tables in the middle. So this will be the Pine table and this will be the Oak table. At that point, you flip this over and complete the puzzle. Whichever tribe completes the puzzle first wins the tent and the s'mores fixings. There will be two people working together on the puzzle. So decide now your strategy, who's the runner, who's the balancer, and who are the two puzzlers. And who of the two puzzlers will be spinning someone.
We'll get to it.
Okay. People have preferences for what they do?
I'm not feeling. I don't want to be spun.
Okay.
YouTube puzzle. Cool.
Cool.
You're so good. Here, let's do this thing.
Oh.
I wish you would have stretched me. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! I think we all start. We
All
should
right, so has everyone decided who's your what?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let's all group up over here and I'll go over to make sure you all have your roles.
Kyle, make us smile. Go
Oh, you got all the cheers. Dang.
I'm practicing.
Yeah.
And we've got someone with bag coming back.
Whoa.
With bag.
Come on, Kyle.
Both Kyle and Kayla have their bags. Oak and Pine racing back now.
Yeah. Oh.
Here we go, Kyle.
Their pace has noticeably slowed from when they began.
Okay.
Come on, guys. This is all you have to do tonight for your tribe. Do you want that tent? Do you want s'mores? All right, Kyle, just moments away. Halo, close behind.
Come on, Kyle. All right.
You got it, Taylor. Come on, Taylor.
Slap my hand over there. Okay.
All right, to the middle, balancers. To the middle and to your balancers.
Nice job.
Are you starting?
Yep, I'm go.
Way to work, Halo.
They're spinning. They're spinning.
Do your best.
Yeah, Nathan, you got it, Nathan.
Oh, man, I forgot this.
She's taking a breath, Nathan. You can do it.
Come on, Nathan!
One step at a time.
Believe in you, Nathan!
Oh, Casey, back to the start.
Yeah, Nathan.
Nathan,
Yeah, Nathan! Yes! You got it! You're still doing good, Nathan!
You got
Casey, ahead now by a little bit. Oak just a little ahead.
Go, Nathan!
She's taking her
So
time.
unsteady,
Nathan's
man.
catching up fast, though. You can do it.
Hooray!
Okay, she's off. No. Good job, no time. Yeah, he's back.
All right, Nathan!
Back. Oh, time leading now. Oh, back to the middle.
you got it, Nathan.
Come on, Nathan! Come on, Nathan! You want that tent!
You got Nathan. You can do it. Okay, puzzle being handed off from Oak to the puzzler.
Oh, it's like a
Got it, Nathan!
It's anyone's game now. It often all comes down to the puzzle. Tonight seems like it may be no exception. This is a phrase. Unscramble the letters to solve the phrase. Whoever solves the phrase first gets the tent, gets the s'mores fixes.
Let's think about the two-letter words first, okay? Right, so like, what do you think two letters would be?
We're finding lots of different words. The question is, are any of them the right words?
I don't know.
You may be familiar with this phrase if you have watched Survivor.
Oh, man, I haven't watched enough.
Glad I'm not doing the puzzle.
Yeah. It's also completely legal to cheat off the other team if you see them doing something, hear them saying something. I think there is a clear middle line that you cannot cross now.
Yep, we're just cancel each other out.
You gotta stand off in the middle here. Our two balancers.
Oh, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Staring each other down.
Yes.
Pine thinks they have an idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Oak wins! You worked hard for this pack of s'mores. It's very mushy.
And how big is our tent? Can 4 people?
4-person tent will be delivered to your camp.
Nice.
All right, Castaway.
We'll be like, there we go.
Fantastic job, everyone. You put a lot of hard work into finishing that first challenge, and despite
We still love you.
Yes.
interesting strategy.
Yeah, we can't let her get out of it. Good, she will win it.
Good try.
We've got strong sportsmanship from the winners over here. So you've got some supplies here to carry back to your camps. At your camp, you will find pots, you will find tarps, rope, forks, spoon, kindling. Question.
What's
Yeah.
our tribe name? Are we oak or pine?
Pine.
Pine.
Not the only one that forgot.
That's why you guys lost.
All right, you guys,
We were cheering
get to your
your own team.
camps, set up your shelter, settle in for the night.
It was so awesome that we won. Hi, I'm Bonnie Watkins, and this is my first Survivor experience.
I'm Casey Burrows. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm excited to be competing.
I'm Dan.
I'm Kyle Crawford.
And what else do you want to know?
But shouldn't we put up the tent?
Well, so what
I'm
I was
looking for a
thinking
full
is
space.
if the tarp is going to be more of a long-term
Yeah.
thing, that we should like set that up first.
Question.
'cause-
Oak Drive.
Question.
What's the question?
Do we get the tent the entire time or only tonight?
The entire time.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about the shelter.
Oh, I mean, I think the challenge last night was huge for us. Having a tent and having some good sweet food at night. It was kind of make it just like camping. And it made last night pretty easy and made more of a restful camping experience.
It was wonderful. Kyle, one of my partners, turns out to be a very fast runner.
Dan felt that was my strongest suit and I'd do well in it. And fortunately, it was a little longer than I planned. I definitely started out very quick and definitely very, very quickly tapered down. But I managed to make it the whole way and hold off Palo.
So last night we had a race or a relay, so a foot race, a balance competition, and then a puzzle. And I did the balance part, so I was spun around for 10 seconds and then had to jump from brick to brick. But we ended up winning. It was great.
Dan and I were pretty awesome at doing that, putting the words together. But they all, teammates yelling helped. I think Oak has a strong bond.
I'm pretty good at like knots and ropes and stuff. So like hanging the tarp, I feel pretty confident on.
If it's tight in there, we can even make a hammock out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine how happy it'd be if it's gonna rain.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, what a giant tent. This is so great.
All right, what's going to be your strategy?
Well, ideally, I'm hoping there's an immunity idol and I find it. Right now, I'm kind of trying to play my tribe members against one another and at least make it to the merge with the tribe and go from there.
I think especially at the beginning, it's really important that I not come off as the leader, because I think the leader is always the first one to have a target on their back. But I definitely am trying to kind of stand behind the scenes and kind of shimmy around people and try and get people to vote the way that I am encouraging them to. Hopefully that's going to let me fly under the radar until the merge, and then hopefully start to win some competitions and get some more favor. Gotta be some immunity out of somewhere.
I do pulls first.
Well, it's Survivor. I guess we build a shelter.
Right.
Do we have line?
But we should have the bigger tarp. I don't know if one of the tarps, but the bigger tarp should be on the ground, right?
Okay.
So that's.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm Nathan Jessen. I'm a legislative staffer.
Hello, I am Taylor.
I'm Palo.
I'm Java.
I'm here because Cece, and I'm nervous because, like, camping outside with no tent. We might want, well, wait a minute. We might want the bigger one to protect us. Well,
Oh, I thought bigger one for the ground, right?
bigger one.
Is that wrong?
Well, this one is thicker.
Oh, the thicker one should be on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay, so
great.
where do you guys want to, like, where are you thinking? Yeah.
The people that know me that are playing, I think maybe kind of view me as a schemer or maybe devious, which I don't know that I'll necessarily play like that because I've never played Survivor before, right? So I don't know how I'm going to play yet.
I don't know how sneaky or conniving they are. Nathan works in politics. Halo at one point in time said he was the bully on the schoolyard, and I don't know Taylor that well. I'm screwed. There's no way I'm getting through this.
I'm gonna try to play a little bit under the radar, a little bit, you know, like holding back. We'll see how far that gets me, but I don't want to be perceived as a threat, but I also want to be valuable enough for my team to not vote me out, so.
And you do another 4-wrap.
Okay.
And you just tuck it under the
Oh my God, let me help you out. There you go.
and then go under here. And we probably have to do a few more to
Oh, yeah,
tighten it,
yeah.
but that's the kind of thing you do. We should definitely refill our water.
Yeah.
Fill this up before we go to bed.
Oh yeah, do we want to do that before we, I mean, we might want to do that while it's still light-ish.
Seems like Java and Nathan are either awkward with each other or developing a bond. I did notice Taylor was talking pretty quickly about making alliances with the other tribe right off the starting mats, so that's something to watch out for. Maybe more of an opportunity than a real threat, but I don't know how much of a threat she is in the game.
You know how to talk strategy with more people or fewer
Well, so
people?
the thing with bigger groups is you split off into tinier groups, and then you can like.
We're already a tiny group though.
Right, that's the problem.
thing.
So like, how do you decide, like...
I mean, I can tell you what I think the best strategy for anyone in this game would be. And it's to take out... What?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be to find a way to take out certain players.
And who are those certain players?
I would say Kyle is probably the biggest threat.
I think that's true.
Yeah,
and
I
I think
agree.
as soon as he loses one,
They should definitely vote him out.
unless...
I mean, we have no control over it until.
Right. It's true.
It would be nice to catch a break, like see something before other people do and maybe be able to capitalize on that. But I think really, I'm being loud, aren't I? What I would really like to be able to do is just not be like the last. Like somehow hold it together to get past. Like to get, if we could get by the first immunity challenge, that'd be great. If the team could, like help out however I can. I just don't want to pull us down.
Did you guys sleep like this? I slept like crap.
I slept pretty good.
I don't, Java, I don't think I fell asleep till pretty late.
Okay, so we all went down. And
Very
you were
late.
Okay, I think Nathan, you and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
It
was awful. I mean, it wasn't awful in the sense of like, you know, the worst of the worst things happening. Like, it wasn't mauled by a bear or anything. You know, I guess that would probably be truly awful. But like, there were noises, there were bugs. There was, my sleeping pad is way too small. It was muggy, and then briefly it was cold. And like, I kept waking up.
How do we with the fancy knots.
Yeah, can we tie them on?
Oh, I'm not that skilled. A little glue, let's see.
Well, could we get a knife through the middle?
We ended up actually being up till 11 o'clock fairly late, just talking, getting to know one another as a tribe, bonded over the shared chocolate and marshmallow, and then enjoyed having a tent overnight. And then we set up a hammock too, because we didn't need to build a shelter. So we had tarps left over.
Well, this morning I was mostly awake until like 5 a.m., at which point I fell asleep and woke up and realized that apparently Java was up at like 6 or 7.
and presumably is looking for idols. Is the intel I have from the people that were more awake than me, between like 5 and 7. So, I mean, kind of makes you a target, I feel like, to look for idols in a way that, like, you're right next to everybody. But, you know, I respect the attempt. I don't know if he got one or not.
I think that Java looked for a immunity idol this morning, so that concerns me.
All right, fill me in on how this works.
So the immunity idol is a small little totem.
Is there like one or
And
are they like already hidden, or can I not ask that? Where if I were immunity totem, where would I find one?
You know, so that's the drama of the morning, I would say.
Okay, this will be your first challenge to win tribal immunity. So here's how it's going to work. You will be transported by your tribe in one of 2 cars. Once you get into the car, I will be giving you blindfolds.
Oh, wow.
Your blindfolds are in the form of actual buffs. Once everyone is blindfolded in vehicles, we will be taking off for a short drive. When you get out of the cars, you will stay blindfolded for the first little bit of the hike. And once I say so, you can take off the blindfolds. We'll complete the last bit of the hike not blindfolded, and then we'll be arriving at our challenge location. Make sense?
okay, we're ready.
Okay, let's get to cars. Cool. Come on in, guys! All right, Dan, can you lead your tribe over here? And Pine, lead your tribe over here, please.
This is Sandy.
Okay, this will be your first challenge to win tribal immunity. Want to see what you're playing for? Yeah. Our tribal immunity idol is an epic representation of many things Minnesota. It includes turkey feather, fake mosquitoes, buckthorn, loon, and of course, the Mississippi River. This is what you want this afternoon so that you do not have to go to tribal council with me. Now, this challenge will involve both water and puzzles. Because this show has been produced on a budget, I don't have 2 identical puzzles. So I need each tribe to make a decision. Choose one person to come forward who might make an important decision about the puzzle that your tribe will be doing. Decide now.
Can I ask him any questions or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
This is what we'll do. We are going to flip this frisbee, okay? And Mom, as the eldest member here, I'm going to let you call either heads or tails.
Okay.
So whichever you call, if you're right, you'll get a chance, whoever gets the correct, you'll get a chance to look at the 2 puzzles and decide which of the 2 your tribe will be completing.
Okay, so our guesses are up or down?
Yep.
Or
Heads, tails. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Heads. Oh,
Okay,
no.
so go ahead and step back to your tribe. Taylor, approach the puzzle stand. I'm just going to give you about 15 to 30 seconds to decide which of these 2 your tribe will be completing.
A lot of pressure.
Okay. Yeah.
Time is ticking away.
Time to choose.
Okay, I'm going with this one.
This one for your tribe? Okay.
Great choice.
Good choice, Taylor. Okay, then you made the right choice.
Okay.
The other one's probably 25.
So here's how this challenge is going to work. 2 members of your tribe will be firefighters. They will be fetching water from the river and tossing it to someone else who has a bucket to receive the water. So of those 2 people, you have one person who is your water fetcher. They cannot cross the part indicated by the cones here, so they can go as far as here to toss their water. And then you'll be running back with your bucket, scooping, coming to this part to toss to your receiver over here. The receiver cannot go past where these cones are, and so will be here, or they can be further back, receives the water, and then is pouring it into these 3 mason jars. Now, once these 3 mason jars are completely filled with water, either myself or production support crew, the beautiful Athena, will tell you to dump out all 3 jars and fill them up again. So you are effectively filling up 6 jars worth of water from the St. Croix. So once you've filled up 6 jars, then I will give you the go-ahead to tap off to your 2 puzzlers. The 2 puzzlers will approach your puzzling table and work on a jigsaw puzzle. Now this is a 300-piece jigsaw puzzle, but you don't have to complete the entire puzzle. All you need to complete are the outer edges. You can use whatever strategy you want to complete the outer edges of the puzzle. Whoever completes the puzzle first wins immunity, not going to tribal council. All right, give you a moment to strategize. All right, so for Pine, we have Nathan as the water fetcher, Taylor as the water receiver, Halo and Java as the puzzlers.
I threw a rock.
For Oak, we have Dan as the water fetcher, Kyle as the water receiver, and Bonnie and Casey, we're just going to set this down, as the puzzlers. You will almost certainly be getting wet in these 2 roles, so hope y'all are prepared for it. Ready, set, go!
Oh, shit, my bad.
This challenge is on.
More, I need higher. More oomph.
Just 2 last water.
More straight. Yeah.
All right, Oak is beginning to get some water. Pine is getting a strategy that works. Both tribes have repositioned their jars.
More in the bucket.
More water got on Kyle than in the bucket that time. This water is full of all the organisms of the St. Croix River.
Nathan, good work.
25 degrees, yeah.
That was a great toss from Nathan to Taylor.
More in the bucket, less on
We've
Taylor.
got about 2.5 buckets full over here. Looks like at least 1 bucket completely full over there. Both water fetchers are working hard.
Do a little less water so it's easier to throw.
Oh yeah, a little less water.
Nice pour, Taylor.
How about you sort and...
No, keep going, keep going.
No, a little more, a little more.
Don't
Yep.
stop. Don't worry, yeah. Keep going until she says that.
Yep, keep going.
Sorry.
Needs to be all the way to the top.
You're good.
We're doing good.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
All right, you got 2 completely full and 3 completely full. Dump them out, dump them out. Get started. Yeah, dump them. Yeah.
You're so close.
Looks like Oak has a little more to go. Pine is in the lead.
Great strategy.
All right, remember, this is for immunity. Keep working.
You're doing great.
Oh, that was a huge toss from Nathan to Taylor. They have figured this out.
Oh, you're doing, oh.
Very good.
All right, Kyle looks like he's getting very close there. Dan's working hard.
Great throws, Nathan.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
You got it, you got
All
it.
right, they are almost full over there at Oak. Very close. Those are full. Dump them out and then you can begin your puzzle. Pine is strongly in the lead here. But how fast can the puzzlers do their work? You 2 can stand right here at the cones.
Yes, nice.
And we've almost got...
That's 3. You can dump them.
Nice. Was that their 6th or that?
No, that was their 3.
All right, keep going, Oak. Don't give up yet. Yep.
Yeah, you sort.
All right, Dan and Kyle digging deep, finding that water.
Putting water directly.
Kyle's losing a fair bit of water. Pour carefully. All right, there we go. Nice. A lot of that water from Dan is going on top of Kyle. Keep it up. Oh, keep it up.
Great work, Nathan.
Oh, come on. We're getting
All right,
there.
we've got some sorting happening over at the pine table. It's all focus here.
Ooh, we're so close.
They got nothing.
Dan is digging deep, working hard to get that water into Kyle's bucket. Oh, that was a pretty good toss.
This is what
Oh, we are
That's
almost
2.
full over here at Oak.
I kind
This could easily come down to the puzzle. Pine has a head start.
and I'm grabbing.
We'll see if they can use it. Oh, we could only do this in maybe 1 or 2 more tosses. Let's see. Oh, that is full. Jump. Oh, you're done.
No, you got it. Keep sorting.
Both teams now working on their puzzle.
That's a surprisingly. I worked hard.
So I'm just do what you can. Do whatever.
Okay.
Like.
You got it, you guys.
Yep. Good work, teammates.
Pine got to choose the puzzle. Did they choose the right puzzle?
Oh, and yeah.
Yeah, just if you find stuff, do it. Don't even like.
Seems Pine has divided up the task. One person sorting, another person beginning to connect pieces.
Yeah, we know when we get there.
Yeah. Just like bending over.
You guys can't see anything over there, can you? Too bad. It's cute, it's guitars.
Oh, edge.
Oh, corner piece.
Bottom left edge.
Yes, very good. With
Oak
words
is
on
finding
it.
corners, separating out the edges.
So, oh boy, okay.
I've never seen people puzzle so quickly.
We're good. We're very, very good.
Just breathe.
Have we found all the edge pieces? One missing edge piece could come back to haunt you.
Corner.
Pine making a lot of progress.
Oh, here, this is what we need. Oh my goodness.
You need to pick it up.
We're so close.
Seems like they're a bit of an advantage in the firefighter portion of the challenge is paying off.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it.
Just a few pieces left.
I think that's it.
And Pine wins first
Oh, we spent so long looking at the.
I wondered if anyone would flip it.
Oh my
There's stuff pointing on the bottom.
So, Pine, you get to enjoy yourself for the next few hours. Oak, I will see you at Tribal Council in about 2 hours. Okay? So, let's grab your stuff and head back to the cars.
Oh, it was a shocker that we lost that last one. We were doing so well and we worked hard. I feel that I kind of let the team down. And I think that probably puts a little bit of a target on my back, but I hope that people recognize my contribution to the tribe so far.
Well, the original plan is probably to try to target Dan and arrange some votes to get him out. Still working on getting the necessary parts moving to get that in place.
Even if I'm voted off today, I survived a pretty long time already. I slept in the tent. I ate the crappy food. I'm having fun. So I'm pretty proud of myself.
Did they just like mail it in or something?
Did they throw the challenge to get
They
somebody
throw
out?
the challenge to get somebody out.
I'm just saying, like, they put in a really good showing that first challenge.
Oh yeah,
and the
they were
second
tough
one,
competitors that first challenge. I guess they care more about rewards than immunity.
I mean, that's not gonna succeed.
Come on in. Welcome to Tribal Council. Come take a seat. You'll notice that behind each of you is a torch. In this game, fire represents your life. I'll toss you a lighter. One by one, you can light your torch. This is part of the ritual of Tribal Council. Once your fire goes out, so do you. Perfect. So, Casey, tell me how camp life has been.
Better than I expected. We went on a walk earlier and foraged for some leaves and some fruit. And you could actually taste it in the rice and lentils, so not too
Wow.
bad. And the tent and the s'mores really make a big difference.
You put the leaves and the fruit in the rice and lentils.
The leaves,
We kept the leaves for tea,
Oh.
but we put the oat cherries and marshmallows.
Yeah,
Do we have
put
something
marshmallows
else
in the.
in the
It is actually pretty good.
In
Yeah,
the rice?
Oh yeah.
surprisingly
lentils,
tasty.
Yep. Yep.
Rice with
Shockingly.
marshmallows and berries.
Yep.
Cherries.
Shockingly good.
Wow, well, it seems like one big happy family, except that someone is going to be voted off in just a little bit. Kyle, tell us what happened at the challenge.
Yeah, we came up a little short on the beach. And unfortunately, now we got to pay the penalty for that.
Bonnie, what's your read on alliances right now?
First of all, we all love each other very, very much, and we'll be friends forever no matter what. But I think there might be alliances. That's all I'm willing to say at this time.
Casey, do you feel like you're in danger tonight?
Everyone's in danger all the time at a tribal council, so no one's safe.
Has there been any talk of a hidden immunity idol or anyone hunting for a hidden immunity idol?
I think everyone is. You've noticed certain people kind of missing at certain times, and I think it definitely could be out there, and I think that could really sway the game in one direction or another.
Well, anything else you want to tell me about what's been happening at camp, or make any final pitches for yourself before we go to vote?
I just want to add to the more fun than I thought it would be. It's surviving, overnight with a bunch of, to me, strangers, eating food that I didn't think would be good, but turned out to be good.
Marshmallow, rice,
I'm
lentil,
proud.
cherries. I'm skeptical on.
We might still have some available if you'd like to buy it.
Yeah, there is cold leftovers. We had a little for lunch. Yeah, it's definitely a family, and unfortunately, the family's gonna shrink a little.
Temporary breakups with
Yeah.
families.
Yeah.
We made a point of all of us brought all of our stuff, so we know we're all equally, ready to go if we gotta go.
So Dan, how do you make this decision of who goes first?
Well, I think that early on in the game, you have to really think about what's best for the tribe. It's at this point, it's not an individual game; it's a tribe game, and so you have to try and figure out who brings the most to both camp life and to the competitions. And so I think that.
It is time to vote. Dan, you're up first. Walk over this way. All right, Bonnie, you're up. Okay.
And we didn't get enough firewood delivered early, so we couldn't play Coob last night. We were gonna play Coob with firewood. But we couldn't.
I voted for Kyle because I think he is the biggest threat eventually. I want him out of here. Bye.
Casey, heck of a player, but in the end, there can only be one, so I gotta eliminate competition.
Okay, I'll go tally the votes. Should I get this right? The rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, then any votes cast against that person will not count, and the person with the next highest number of votes will be sent home. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Casey. Next vote, Kyle. That's 2 votes for Kyle, 1 vote for Casey. First person voted out of Survivor Minnesota, Kyle. That's 3 votes. That's enough. You need to bring me your torch. The tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Well, it's an interesting decision that you voted out one of your strongest players first. I hope this helps the tribe become more cohesive and you aren't back here with me tonight again.
And who's to say he's a star?
Grab your stuff, head back to camp. Have a good afternoon.
You know, I figured they'd probably see me as a threat coming in, and I think that played out, unfortunately, not in my favor. There's a few things I'd do differently, but I still had a lot of fun. Great time.